I'm looking for 500 people who can each risk 500 Rand. Hi, my name is Tim Green and I'm an independent filmmaker from Cape Town, South Africa. And I'm hoping to crowdfinance my next project, which is a short sci-fi film called LODESTAR. So back in 2004, I crowdfinanced my first feature film, Boy Called Twist. And this is years before Kickstarter, before GoFundMe, before the idea of crowdfunding was even a thing. It took me almost a year to convince 1,000 people to each invest 1,000 Rand. But at the end of the day, it actually worked. The film was shot and edited and released in 2004. And at the world premiere, the investors got to see their names in the longest associate producer credit title sequence in history.
Please, sir, could I have some more?
What? Now, just over 20 years later, I'm doing it again, but for very different reasons. Filmmaking is changing, and there are new challenges to rise to. Over the last few years, I've been teaching myself to use the Unreal Engine. Let me be clear here, this is not AI I'm talking about. This is more like animation, but it's kind of supercharged photorealistic animation. And I really believe that it's the future of filmmaking. So far I've made a bunch of little projects to teach myself the ropes. The first thing I did was to recreate the big hole of Kimberley as it might have looked in 1872 when it was being dug out with pickaxes and shovels. And then I dropped my heroine under a rock fall.
The rock face collapses, bringing down tons of rock, and darkness falls.
Then I made a short film called Street Smart about a kid living on the streets in Joburg, selling Zulu words at the traffic light based on a true story. And now I think I've got the perfect project to take it to the next level. I've written this sci-fi feature film which is set aboard a rusting old asteroid tug where a low-ranking life support engineer has to battle against a mutinous crew to save her critically injured boyfriend and get him home to safety. So my plan is to animate the first 10 minutes as a proof of concept, and if that works, to use that as a teaser to raise the rest of the budget and complete the full film. I'm doing this old school, just like I did with Twist. I've got a website, I'm asking people to go there and pledge to invest, and if and only if I secure another 499 more pledges, then I'll call in the money. So no one risks alone, no one invests alone, either we do it right or we don't do it at all. In return, you'll receive an associate producer credit and a ticket to the premiere. And along the way, I promise to keep you updated with weekly behind-the-scenes videos and reports as the project unfolds. So that's it. That's my pitch. If you're up for it, please visit lodestarmovie.co.za. Check out the project and click on the pledge button. I thank you.